In the dip, dude. Get pitted.
I was a Gullwing guy. So
That was the first company I skated for.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, little freestyle Gullwings?
Way back. Even
I mean, the
remember
original
the
Goldwings
ankles,
were
yeah.
were not.
They had like 45-degree.
Did they have a dip?
Yeah, they had a dip, like terrible dip.
Or they had split axles.
Both.
You were after split axles, or you were?
Dude, I was even like when they were gold too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You old bastards. What is
Totally.
a split axle?
Split axle is one axle for each wheel. So
Nice.
the middle is just a groove.
You look horrified.
And you can see the end of the axle on either side.
Yeah, well they're big.
Yeah.
The dip in the middle.
Yeah, that's right.
Hanger,
That's right.
But I bought a pair to put together this old school board that I wanted because I got a pair of Road Rider 4s.
Oh, I
on
saw
eBay.
it. Okay.
So
How much?
the Road Rider 4s
Yeah.
used were $1,000.
Wow.
They weren't
And
really,
you bought
they weren't
them?
worn out though.
And you
they
bought them.
No, they weren't.
Hell
worn out.
yeah, you
Of
did.
course I did. Dude, I never had Road Rider 4s. My dad wouldn't buy them. Like when I finally got the means, all of this success justifies buying Road Rider 4s.
Yeah.
I just.
What is this all for? Road Rider 4s. But then I also got Goldwing split axles. Had to buy them from a guy in the UK, and those were like $800.
Oh, that's terrible. And they break
Wow.
like nothing.
But here's the thing.
Yeah. All right.
You guys don't know but the dip. I skated with the dip and learned all my tricks with the dip. And Goldwing has a dip, but also because of the dip, it goes back in a little bit towards the wheel. So when you do Smith grinds, you use the corner of the angle, and then if you do 5-0s, you sit in the dip.
Right.
Like cab 5-0s, you land in the dip. Like I land in the
hang,
dip,
it
or I
works.
don't do it. And my head was programmed where, without fail, I would do cab 5-0 or cab 5-0 grind and never not land perfectly in the dip. And then it was over. Like
Gullwing pride. I want
Go-
a sticker,
Gullwing
man.
I bought a Goldwing Baku black truck, the Pro 3 version, the old version, but that sick ass black one. These trucks are crazy. I'm in love. And everybody on the ramp that day was like, what the fuck?
I got kicked off when I was in Australia. I remember like getting the letter, and I was like,
You got a letter. They won't even call you.
yeah, no. I got a letter. I'm not even
That's
gonna say
so
her because
terrible.
I really like him.
A letter. Is it like a form letter? It's like stamped.
Yeah, oh yeah, pal, you're done. You know?
Dear Jason,
Yeah, it was. Dear Jason.
we no longer.
Yeah, you suck, dude. You're in Australia. But I remember going, well, didn't matter what truck. I remember asking Fraser, like, hey, man, Thunders and Indies, are they any different? He's like, night and day, dude, night and day. And I was like, oh, no. You know, like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, maybe tracker? You know, because it didn't matter because there's no dip. So all trucks suck as far as I'm concerned.
Get like a metal
Dude,
tool and
I
like make
ate-
one out of.
Yeah.
So many times.
Because you didn't have it.
Because I would
sliding.
I would come in, and right as I would come in, because I'm used to just having that
You
dip
gotta get a
hold me in
file,
there,
like, yeah.
it would slip out, and
Yeah.
like I'd like lock up on stuff. It took me like 6 months to like do a 5-0 and not be crapping
Oh my
myself.
God.
Slide around.
Because I was
Can come up the coping, commit to that, and just glide.
so my whole life I've never had to balance my truck on the
God,
coping.
you rode them the whole time.
I did a good decade on Goldwing because it was also the Goldwing magnesiums. My board was
Oh,
better than
yeah.
everybody.
That's right, yeah.
They
They
were-
were they're super good about the magnesiums too, right? They were early.
They were.
Yeah.
I loved them.
Yeah.
man.
They're all like San Diego dudes, right? Like San Diego was all about Goldwing back then. I know I had Goldwing. Rode them mostly with Copers, but Copers ended up falling off. And so I was used to that in the beginning, you know, whether it was trying to sloppy curbs or you know, go up on some wooden non-coping ramp. I remember the groove back then. This is interesting to hear Ellis say this because I think this is the comfort center in my brain that I fell back into when I got back on the Goldwing Pro 3 and I got inside that groove. It was like a lightning bolt, you know, went off.
These trucks are crazy. I'm in love.
In my psyche, you know, like this comfortable place, like there it is. Like you're reconnected, you know?
That's a pretty good depth right there. It really doesn't take much. You could find the center on even a tiny little notch. Like even if you took an angle grinder and just cut a little V, you would find the center. But like the Gullwing trucks, if you've ever grinded on the Goldwings, it was magical, dude. I'm in love.